Hi everyone. So, this is Charity Grace, and I am Mary Beth. And I've been thinking a lot about her and the state of this world right now, and how through all of this I want to ultimately bring her up. The morals that I want to instill in her. What should I teach her? And ultimately, I want to teach her moral, godly principles. I want to teach her that God is love, and to ultimately stay on the side of God and stay on the side of love and not division and not hate, and that we don't need to be divided. We don't need to decide that we're one party or another party, or we can be somewhere in the middle, and that's quite all right. Ultimately, if you're homosexual, we support you. If you're black, we definitely support you. You know, and whether it's controversial or not, if you're cops, we support you too. We don't support crookedness and evil, and they're everywhere. Yes, they're definitely in our police department, but they're definitely everywhere. I understand the Black Lives Matter movement, and I support that. I truly support that. Because I understand that blacks right now, you guys are being bullied. You are being hurt, and it's not right. And I stand on your side with that. But I do not believe in defunding the police. I do believe that they are needed. They're not all crooked. And ultimately, I want to teach her that we need to support everyone. We need to love everyone. But we don't need to sit on the side of ignorance. We don't need to hate. And ultimately, we need to respect. I may not agree with your opinion, but I respect you and your opinion regardless. And that's what I want to teach her. I want to teach her respect and love regardless. No matter how you decide, you are still worthy of love and respect. Ultimately, I don't want her growing up being hateful. And I also don't want her to be put down because of her beliefs. But ultimately, that happens no matter what. And so I want her to realize that she still needs to stand for her beliefs regardless. As long as they're not hateful and they're not immoral and they're solid, and she's honestly prayed about them. And honestly, I also want her to be open-minded. As am I trying to be open-minded. And if there's something I don't know, is something I'm not familiar with, I want someone to teach me. And that's also what this post is about, because maybe there's things I'm not aware of. Maybe there's things I'm not seeing. So educate me. Educate us. Show us your feelings. We're open for your opinions. I honestly am not trying to sway one way or the other. I'm in the middle. I'm standing for what is right. I'm standing for God. And I'm really not trying to go one way or the other. Honestly, I've come from a very rough background of addiction. And honestly, God has delivered me from that. And now all I want is for everyone to have the recovery that I've had and to have the love and the peace. And I want to teach her, that you can overcome those things. And as she gets older, she will know about what addiction does and how addiction ruins people. And everyone deserves a great life and recovery and all of that. So please feel free to educate me. Please feel free to show me. And if you are struggling with addiction, you have family members who are struggling with addiction, reach out to me in that way too, because that's ultimately my biggest stance is helping those with addiction, helping those with recovery. That's what my poetry is for. If you've seen my poetry, but show me your feelings. Sorry, she's being a little wiggly giggly, but ultimately we're going to stand on the side of love, peace, not hate. And we just didn't encourage that. And we encourage God, and whether that's controversial or not. And we just try not to have any confrontations, even though those are hard to avoid. So I guess that was just a piece of my mind that I wanted to share today, whether it's loved or not loved, and not everybody's going to see things my way. But thanks for listening, guys.